Hey there, and welcome to A Well-Rounded Life, the podcast, a space for creative entrepreneurs seeking an intentional life and biz filled with grace, passion, and purpose. I'm your host, Jamira. I'm a mama, wife, dessert fanatic, and on the ultimate mission to get you closer to your idea of what it means to live a well-rounded life. Right here is where you'll find curated resources, quick tips, and relatable stories, no matter what season of life you're in. So hang out with me for a bit and let's dive in. Friends, can you believe that this fall will be 15 years that I have been in the game as an entrepreneur? 15 years ago, as a young 20-something, naive, green business owner, I was just doing the best I could with the tools that I had at the time. Tools and knowledge. Let me throw that in there because I didn't know as much as I do now, obviously, right? Back then, I was a newlywed and I had no babies and none on my mind as well. But fast forward to today, as a mom of two, 15 years in, there is so much that I have learned on this wild ride, and I want to share with you my observations. Even if you're not a parent yet, I'm pretty sure some of the observations that I'm going to share will resonate with you. And if you're also working a 9-to-5 or you have that creative business, a lot of what I'm saying, you're going to be like, I hear you, G. So let's jump into it. Truth bomb number 1. You will always feel like you don't have enough hours in the day to get it done. That's a no-brainer, right? Kids or no kids, I'm sure you have days that you feel like there is more to do on your list and less hours in the day to get it done. However, I want you to go back one episode where I share with you the importance of focusing on living well-rounded and not trying to balance your work with your personal life. So make sure you go back an episode, listen in, because you may feel a little better. Let's settle in on the feeling that as a hustler, go-getter, and so forth, that as much as we try to complete the items on our checklist, if you're like me, something else is always going to be added at any moment. So we got to be prepared for that. A new idea, a new home project, a new focus, rinse and repeat. We're always going to be adding something to our to-do list. But just know that you have the power to say no and adjust your schedule at any moment if you start to feel bogged down. Okay, so yes, it may feel like there are not enough hours in the day, but yes, you have the power to say no and to control the number of items that get done in the day and the number of items that we continue to add. Okay, so that is truth bomb number 1. Truth bomb number 2, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot do all of the things in your business or in your job all by your damn self. And that's also with parenting. Yes, they say it takes a village. Some of us are blessed to have amazing partners that help us out. But you guys, it's a lot, and we cannot do it all by ourselves. And so no way, no how. It's not possible. And I want us to stop thinking that we are superheroes and that we can do it all by ourselves. And so I want you to think about how you can get some help. There are some of us that feel like there's no way that I can afford a virtual assistant or someone to support me on my team or whatnot. But I promise you, as I've said in previous episodes, that you can. You definitely can. And if you have access to an assistant and some support, I want you to use them. Use them. Personally, I am making a list of more things that I can take off of my plate and hand over to the people that support my team so that I can be more productive. Even if it's for a few hours a week or project by project, I want you to consider doing the same. Maximize your time by tapping in your support team so that you can have more time at home, parenting and raising these babies that you have prayed for. There are people far smarter and faster than us when it comes to some day-to-day admin-related tasks. So it's time we focus on working smarter and not harder, because we will only be turning our wheels and not moving forward if we continue to try to do all the things by ourselves. So use those people that you have access to, seek out some help, ask some friends if they know someone looking for some work, DM people that you see are doing well and ask them what members on your team have been beneficial so that you can learn and grow from people around you as well. All right, Tip number 3 actually plays off of number 2. So truth bomb number 3 is that you can and you should utilize some help at home as well. So when I made the decision a few years ago to hire someone to come inside of my home 2 days per week, it completely transformed my life in more ways than I can count. I surrendered and I stopped feeling guilty, and I got real with myself that I needed help. But at the end of the day, by having someone help me with everyday chores and projects around the house, I'm able to spend intentional time, keyword intentional, with my children and more time working on my business so that I can move the needles forward and nurture relationships as well. So listen to episode number 10 and number 20 for all of the details on how I maximize my time utilizing my well-rounded life liaison, Kimmy, who you guys know because I speak about her often because she has definitely been such a blessing to our family. So parenting and owning a business, y'all, if you can't tell, it's hard. It's a beast. But it doesn't have to feel impossible with the right tools and people surrounding you. Build up that team in the home, in your business, whatever, however. Figure out where you are lacking, where you feel like you are just so tired, and then try to put someone in your place there. Business or no business, if you have a 9-to-5 and you're still feeling a little stressed and overwhelmed, I just want to say you get one life. And we want it to be a well-lived life as well. And so figure out where you can get help so you can be more present with your family. Number 4, this one is the core in which the Living Well-Rounded culture stands. So say it with me. There is no such thing as balance. So please cut the bull and stop punishing yourself daily trying to, in air quotes, balance your work and your kids. We set ourselves up for failure each time we try to do so. So many of us start businesses thinking that we are going to pour into our business, we are going to take care of these clients, we are going to kill it. And guess what? We also tell ourselves that we are going to do the same with our family and we're going to split our time 50-50. The reality of it is, there are going to be times when your business needs your time and attention, and your family may have to work around you. Especially if you have a partner or even older kids that can step up, which I have an 11-year-old and she is awesome when I ask her to help out and do things because she's old enough to be able to handle little things around the house. So it's important to communicate and let them know that you have stuff you need to handle and you aren't going to spend 8 hours at work and then pour another 8 hours, a double shift every single day doing every single thing. Cleaning, cooking, washing, folding, laundering. No. That's a lot. And so I want you to kick the narrative to the curb that you have to split your time 50-50. Let's get real with ourselves and determine how we can shift some things and not necessarily work in our homes every single day or work in our office or work in our business every single day. Let's manage our time a little bit better and figure out how we can make everything work in unison. Okay? Truth bomb number 5. If you've been a listener for a while now, which I hope you have, you already know I am for sure going to mention the importance of systems and workflows. I mean, I am the girl that has a course for implementing systems in your home and systems in your biz. So my 2 courses, Systems for Your Sanity, is all about implementing systems in your home, and Systems for Your Creative Biz is all about putting systems in your business. And so when I realized the importance of putting a system in place to help make things run more smoothly, I honestly, you guys, I felt a weight lifted off of my shoulders when I felt like I was just not all over the place, but that I actually had a plan of action. So the anxiety began to melt away. I had more brain power that I could use each day that helped me grow my business instead of me trying to be a Jill of all trades. Okay. And so each week I'm reminded of what to do, when to do it, where and how, because we've built a system in our home and we've built one for our businesses as well. And so systems will free up so much time and energy and you are going to thank me later. So head over to systemsforyoursanity.com to check out the system scores for home and systemsforyourbiz.com to learn about how you can implement systems in your business. And all of the details and a special code will be in the show notes. All right. Number 6 is all about growth. Did you know that there will be seasons where you may have to offload responsibilities and prior commitments in order to grow? We all want to grow, right? We want to grow as people, business owners, parents, spouses, partners, all the things, friends. We want to grow into something good. So maybe you need to step away from being the team or classroom mom if it means that you can finally launch the product or offer that you have been dreaming of. Because if you're like me, you're always ready to volunteer, help out at the school, help out the team, help out at church, whatever it is. But maybe you need to change into a supporting role and away from a leadership role if it means that you can actually serve more in your business, which in turn will generate more profits, more clients maybe, and also allow you to be more visible. So no one is saying that you have to fully bow out, even though some of us may need to. No one is saying that you have to fully bow out. But maybe in this season, you might need to step back, let someone else step up until you are ready to fully commit to that role once you have offloaded some of the responsibilities that are in your business. So I want you to consider that one really hard. What things do you need to offload? What responsibilities? What clubs? What even, I talk about this often, like what are your distractions that are hindering you from moving forward and being present? And offload them, unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever you have to do. This is your time to make adjustments so that you can be the best parent and be the best version of yourself, best business owner by saying no. Number 7, failure to simplify your operations means less time to focus on what matters most. So I want you to think about that. If things are all over the place and you have too many offers, too many clients, too much noise and stress, how in the world can you focus on what matters most? That is the goal, right? We want to just hone in on the things, the good things that matter most to us. But if it's noisy and chaotic and all of those things and some confusion, then it's time we need to make some changes. So how can you streamline what you have going on so you can focus on the good stuff? And I want you to just pause and think about, what is the good stuff? What is she saying when she says the good stuff? The good stuff means play dates with your kids. The good stuff means hanging out with your friends. The good stuff means being able to feel good after a long workout or feeling inspired from being able to sit with your Bible or whatever. So how can you streamline your day-to-day, the things that happen hour by hour, so that you can carve out some time for the good stuff? And so it's hard as parents and entrepreneurs and trying to juggle all of the things. But the thing is, I am here to tell you, friend, that this is what needs to happen if you want to move forward in your business and also be a parent, a mom, a dad, that your kids can look back on and say, wow, they were super busy and they were killing it. They were building an empire. They were going up that career ladder. But they made time for me. My mom made time for me. My dad made time for me. And I couldn't ask for anything else. And so hone in on that question. And I really want to know your answer. And even better, if I can help. So shoot me a DM on the gram or an email. Details, we keep in the show notes. Because I really want you to take the time in this season to figure out how we can streamline, show up, and serve better so that we can focus on the good stuff. All right? And last but not least, tip number 8. We are at the finish line. So number 8, your kids, our kids, are always watching and observing. I always joke that my daughter ear hustles. That means she's always around the corner. She's listening in. She hears. She sees everything like a little ninja. So every single move that we make, they are paying attention. I know you know that. So how you handle your stress, how we handle our stresses, how we handle customer issues, customer service, how we have hurdles and we have wins, our kids are watching. Your little girl, she is watching her mom manage stress and overcome objections. Your little guy, he is watching how you move and shine as a boss. Those little eyes and those ears are paying attention to how you run your business and how you treat those that patronize your business as well. They're also paying attention to how you manage the haters, the naysayers, and whatnot. I try very hard to be mindful that my children are paying attention to how I show up to work every day, along with how I work and also how I love and how I take care of them to the best of my ability. So I just want you to be mindful, especially this week. Look to your left, look to your right, pay attention to when you see your children, what they're picking up. Ask them questions. Ask them, hey, do you know what mommy does or daddy does in their job? What do you think I do? How do you think I'm doing it? And see what they say. You are going to be surprised because they are paying attention. Yes, it is challenging. It is so challenging to be a parent, a small business owner, and an entrepreneur. But you know what? People do it, and some do it very, very well each and every day. And so my prayer is that you are included in that group of greatness. I want you to take inventory of what changes need to be made and how you can serve your family and your business well, exceptionally well. You got this, and I cannot wait to cheer you on because I have given you some insight and some things to consider as a parent, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and as a go-getter. And if you found any of these thoughts to be helpful, do me a favor and drop us a 5-star rating and a quick review over on Apple Podcasts. The link is in our show notes. It would mean so very much to me. And until next time, friend, stay safe, stay ultra positive, and focus on what matters most, because you know how we roll. Bye. Friends, thanks for kicking it with us this week. Remember to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode airs. I'd love it if you leave us a review and share this goodness with your squad. Until next time, seek a well-rounded life and remember to focus on what matters most.